Okay, hello and welcome to the instructions for installing the virtual machine. So this is fun stuff, and let me walk you through it all. So the first thing that you'll need is a program on your computer called VirtualBox. It will look like this for you when you go to the website. If you're on Windows, you'll click Windows Hosts. If you're on a Mac, you'll click OS X Hosts. And if you're on Linux, you don't need me to tell you what to do, because I think you know what you're doing already. So just click and download, install, do the normal stuff, and then come back here. And then you're ready to download the virtual machine itself. VirtualBox is what makes it run, though. Okay, so just click on this link, and then it'll pop up this download page. And so you can either click download here or up here. So yeah, just get that downloaded. It's like a 3 GB file. It's zipped, so we're going to have to extract it. Okay, so go ahead and download this. I'm going to cancel it because I've already downloaded it. Okay, so then we come back here, and you now need to open it wherever you put it in your file browser. So I have it here. I am going to now extract it somewhere else. So you're going to have to pick a nice folder that you're never going to move this file where we extract it to. Okay, this is going to be the virtual hard drive. So I've picked a place on my machine. I'm going to put it in this folder. So just extract it to somewhere safe. Okay, so if you're on a Mac, you can just double click it. It will extract. If you're on Windows and you don't have 7-zip installed, if you double click on it, it will look like this. It's not yet extracted. You need to drag it somewhere to extract it. Okay? And if only I could do that properly. There we go. So I'm about to extract it into this folder, and now it's going to take some time. So I'm going to pause the video so that you don't have to sit through this. And then we'll come back once it's extracted into this folder. Okay? Okay, we are back. So it is extracted to this place. The place doesn't matter as long as it's somewhere and it is extracted. So I'll get out of the zip file. And so here we are. We have this .vdi file. That is the one that we care about. This one right here. Okay, so just keep it in that safe place, because if you ever change the location of this file, the virtual machine will stop working. And it's a bit of a pain to get it working again. Okay, so now that it's there, you're going to open up, if I did this from the start, you're going to open up your VirtualBox program now, because we're going to load this virtual hard drive file into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put it in English for you guys. So let me do that. Dun, dun, dun. No, there it is. Okay, so all you have to do now is click Add or New or something like that. Either one. I think New would be the best. So let's click New, and let's give a name for our virtual machine. I know this is small. Let me zoom in some more. There we go. So you can call this whatever you want. You can call it CSI. Doesn't really matter, but the type and version really do matter. So the operating system is called Linux, and the specific flavor of Linux that I'm having you install is it's called Xubuntu, I think is how you pronounce it. It's a flavor of Ubuntu itself. So you can call it that. You can call it CSI, whatever you want, as long as you set the type to Linux and the version to Ubuntu 64-bit. Okay, that's what you need. So click Next, and now it'll ask you, well, how much memory do you want to use? If you're not in the red, I recommend that you double this. Okay, so say 2048 at least. More is better. Makes the computer a bit snappier. And you've already downloaded a virtual hard drive file, so we're not going to add one now. We are not going to add one. So we're going to use an existing hard disk file. And so we'll click this little folder icon to go and find it. Okay, so we'll click Add, because we need to navigate now to this .vdi file. Wherever we extracted it to, now's the time to find it. Okay, so go here, click it, click Open, and now it is here. It says it's not attached, but that's okay. We're about to attach it. We're going to highlight that new file that we just added, the .vdi file, and click Choose. And so now it's set up to use this virtual hard drive when this computer runs. Okay, this virtual computer runs. And so now it should appear on the left side column. So we have the CSI, it says it's powered off, and let's do some other stuff now. Let's go to Settings, and let me zoom in some more. So all this is fine. I think you should go to Advanced, so General Advanced. We want to share the clipboard bidirectionally, and you can also enable drag and drop. That lets you like drag and drop files in between desktops, so that's sometimes useful. Why not? And then we can go to System. So we've already got the memory set up. I think that is fine. Everything else is fine. The video memory as well. If you're not in the red, I encourage you to double this to 32. And then everything else I think is going to be okay for now. And then finally, I want you to share some folders. So this virtual hard drive, I don't think it will, but it might fail. And so I would like you to share some folders with your host machine, the computer that you're running on right now. So like I can share this folder and have it be visible inside of this virtual computer. So that's what I want you to do. Make some folder or just share your entire drive, and we'll share that. And I'll show you what that looks like. So I'll call this like seaside-shared or something. So it's on my desktop and I can add it with that little plus icon. So I give it a folder path, other. So go to the desktop, please. And then I'll share my seaside-shared folder. Select. And you want it to auto mount, and you don't want it to be read-only because you want to write stuff to it. Okay, so just click OK. Share at least one folder, and make sure it all looks like this. Full access, it's auto mounting. All right, and that's how you will interact and share files in between the virtual computer and your normal computer. Okay, so hit OK then, and now we're ready to turn it on. Okay, so if you click Start, it's going to begin. It's going to turn itself on. Moment of truth. Okay, and so this is all fun. It takes a second, but it will eventually start working. There it goes. And we're essentially home free at this point. So it's loading its initial programs, and now it's going to show us a login screen in just a second. Eventually. And when it does show us the login screen, the account on the computer itself, the virtual machine itself, has an account. And the username is Seaside and the password is the same, also Seaside. Okay? This is separate from your class server account, which we'll deal with not in this video, but this changing your server password video down here. All right, so it's the password is just Seaside. That's all you have to remember. So log in with Seaside. Password is just Seaside. Hit enter. And so here we are. Bam. And it's kind of tiny. If it's super tiny, if it's even smaller than what you see on your screen right now, if you're playing this video full screen, you might have a very nice display, like maybe you have like a Retina display on a Mac or something like that. You're going to want to zoom in, okay? So you'll do View, Virtual Screen 1, and then resize, or change the scale. You might want it to be 150% or 200%. And if you're on just a normal display and you don't like how small it is, you can just drag this. Okay, so one way or another, make it bigger. Okay, maybe do both. So now that it's large and nice, we have a virtual machine at our disposal. So we have our home folder, we have our file system, and you should see that it's automatically shared this folder for us. Okay. And this folder is in a special place, and you're going to want to remember it. So it's in /media/sf_seaside-shared. It has to do with the name of the original folder. But it's always going to be in, if we go straight there, the file system, in media, in SF_ the name of the folder that you shared. Okay? And so we can put stuff here. We can write code or create files that go there. So I'm going to just quickly make a file. cd/media, this is how you get there, /sf_seaside-shared, enter, ls, there's nothing there, but we can put something there. Let me just quickly make a file, save it, and so I've written a file now, it says hi mom, into this folder, and the entire purpose of showing that folder is that I can now also see it on my host computer. So I double click the original folder, bam, it's here now, okay? So that's going to be very useful, and I'm going to want you to work on your labs inside of this shared folder, okay? So that nothing bad ever happens to it. So that's how you get to it. It's in your /media. So start in the file system, go to the media folder, and then sf underscore the name of the folder itself, okay? So /media/sf csci-shared. That will be the cd command that you're always going to do for this class. All right, so that is essentially the virtual machine. I will go over all this other stuff, like the terminal. If you're in CSI 40, Visual Studio Code, I'll introduce to you, no matter which class you're in this semester. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Explore, this is like your little start menu. You've got a bunch of little things. There is one last thing. Once you are finished using this computer, and like you want to turn your own computer off or something, you don't have to turn this virtual machine off. You can restart it, go to the start-ish menu, go to shutdown or restart, whatever you want. If you just hit the X, like close the window for VirtualBox, you don't have to turn it off. You can do what's known as save the machine state, and I encourage you to use that because it makes it start up so much faster. So it'll just save the machine state. That'll take a hot second, and now it's gone, and you can click start again, and it will pick up exactly where you left off, which is beautiful. And so it just takes a few seconds, and now you are completely back, which is wonderful. Okay, so I encourage you to use that instead of turning it off whenever possible. If things go wrong, you can always just power it off, of course. So that is everything that I wanted to tell you, and now I am about to teach you how to change your password. Okay, so change the password for your server account. So make sure to watch this video next. So I'll see you there.